Good morning and welcome to Morning Coach today. I am so glad you're with me. Hey, it's JB. Excited you're with me this week. It is January 27th, 2025. It is a Monday. Pretty crazy. We're at the end of January. I hope you're doing great because we're finishing a due month. Next month, we kind of get to look at our plan, but just keep working right now. That's the key. 5589, as I mentioned, embracing technology this week. We're going to have a real good conversation on some tools, some things that we're doing, some changes that are occurring, and it's going to be a big week. It's going to be a big week. So before we get started, just to tell you what's going on, we are talking about technology this week. We're going to be getting into the book study and finishing Money for Couples, ending that one, and we're getting into one of my friend's books, Stu McLaren's, on predictable profits, transform your business from one-off sales to recurring revenue and membership and subscriptions. And I want to bring this up because Stu is a good friend of mine. I'm speaking at September in his mastermind in Toronto, and it's one of my speaking events this year. And I'm going to be discussing some of the ideas and concepts of ILD later this summer. But Stu's launching his book, and I thought this would be a good one to discuss to open your mind up to some different ideas on things that are going on, and it's a really good book on what he's doing, so I'm excited to bring that to you. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about AI, ChatGPT, Google LM, some ideas on tech and what's going on in the AI world, and we're going to, and Thursday, I got the question, do you trust AI? Do I trust AI? And we'll go over that. I'll leave that for Thursday. And then Friday, we got organizing your finances with tech, when to do it and when not to do it, okay, which brings us into February, and we're rocking and rolling. We've got how do I get time back on Sunday? And you know, we've really slowed it down on Sundays. We're talking about slowing down time, incorporating the systems in, and making this work for you. Now, as always, we have the metaphysical morning ritual, which is to take time for self-care, listen to the Coachcast, plan your day with the 7 Ps, and then get in that planner, right? And then stop by the community for accountability questions and support. And again, the 7 Ps are have the right perspective, set the right priorities, focus on improved performance, something we're going to talk about today. Always have patience, keep great posture, stay present, and persist. All right, get after it. Now, if you haven't got the new designs, we have a new design of our morning ritual. We've backed the companion out for now. We're doing some work on that. We'll talk a little bit about that. It's in beta. It still works, but we're not putting it to new members right now. And then also, we have a new morning ritual sheet that you can print that has been designed to match the planner. Okay, so we got some really great things happening. Again, there's some more stuff going on along longevity and anti-aging. Talk more about that in the future. And also checking the meetups once in a while is good to stop by the community and check that out. All right, let's get into this week. So this week we're going to talk a lot about technology, the next few days about AI. And our technology, we're going through some major investments right now. So just so you know, my objective, my mission is to bring 800 plus people into this, right? That's what we're doing this year. We're focused on that. And the vision is to be the best productivity online system in the world. I mean, the best. And I am hyper-focused. So you know how I get, with my marathon running and everything else. So over the last few weeks, you'll be seeing things, and I'll be making announcements about technology and what we're doing because I want it to be the best, okay? And the best that it possibly can be. And I'm hyper-focused on that. Why? Because I do believe in tech. Tech has really helped my life. It's made my life more efficient. Now, I'm from the age, as many of us are, that we remember when computers first came out that said computers were going to take time away. They were going to slow time down, and they were going to be able to do so many things for us. And the truth is it actually did the opposite. It sped up all time. Everything just started, and the demand for production was even more. But what it's done is it's given us the ability to intellectually connect and do things quicker if we utilize the tools properly, right? So our technology and your personal technology can work better for you if you utilize things properly. Now, you could get some structure and some things from it, but it can be real challenging when using it. So just for an example, so search has always been changing. Again, I come from pre-internet days when we had to go to the library, go to the card catalog. You'd search for a particular book on a specific topic in the library by using the Dewey Decimal System. Many of you probably remember that. When I was in college, that's how I had to do my research. They taught us how to do research papers with a big folder and 3x5 cards, and you would go cite your source, go find the book, and write it down. Anybody remember that? Is that dinosaur times? But that's what I'm from, right? And then the internet started to come out in late 80s. I think I had CompuServe, which was really the first iteration, AOL, CompuServe, where you had these boards and you could do some searching and stuff. And then we went through the stage of Alta Vista, and that's really when MorningCoach came out, was back when Alta Vista and that was starting to be out there. And all of a sudden Google, Yahoo was really big. Remember Yahoo? And then Google just came out. Boom, big time, right? And Google took over kind of the search world. I'm seeing the same thing happening right now with ChatGPT. I'm seeing the phone stuff is just amazing. Now, I have Apple AI on my phone. It just doesn't work as good as ChatGPT. Now, it links to ChatGPT, but I have a little ChatGPT button, and literally I can ask anything. Like, look, I'm on my desk right now, and this is crazy. I mean, it's just nuts for me of being my age, just like Star Trek stuff. So if I hit ChatGPT, it didn't connect down here. But if I ask something, let's ask ChatGPT. And I've set it up to have this girl who's energetic and positive talk to me. So let's see. ChatGPT, who is JB Glossinger? Thank you. So it's working right now. And it's actually not going to talk to me. Let me do the talking one. So let's do the talking one. And let's go back. Let's go into here. Really interesting how this works. So this is on my phone. It's just nuts, right? So if I go into ChatGPT and I click this button, who is JB Glossinger?
You're JB Glossinger. You're known for founding MorningCoach, a personal development platform that provides daily coaching and motivational content. You focus on personal development and motivation, helping people improve their lives through coaching and your books. You're also writing a book titled Sober Weekends, focusing on non-drinking activities. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that's pretty close. What should I eat for lunch today?
Since you're focused on personal development and staying healthy, how about a balanced meal? Maybe a grilled chicken salad with lots of veggies, or a quinoa bowl with some lean protein. How does that sound?
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Enjoy your...
How crazy is that? I mean, just for somebody of my age, 55 years old, to have an assistant, a ChatGPT assistant that's with me that I can actually help me with selections and just talk. And here's where I'm at with it. And we're going to talk about do I like it or not? I mean, all that data exchange and everything. The truth is, it's like understanding what you're going to ask it and then understanding the prompts and things that you need are really important. So for trivial information you just need, like at the top of the head, like who won the Super Bowl in 1988, it's amazing. Like it's so much faster than Google, and it's so much faster than anything that's out there. And you're getting data. It's searching the internet and coming. Like you heard it say, you are JB Glossinger. So it knows who I am. It's getting all this data and it's learning constantly about you. So I've seen technology really move over the years, and I've always been kind of somebody on the forefront of technology, right? And I've always, I was doing, paid podcasts before anybody else, and we were using Jasper AI for our blogs years ago, in which now Google knows who's writing AI blog, so you can't do that anymore. It's pretty crazy how fast technology keeps moving. But this is really crazy. I mean, this is something that I didn't know if I would see in my lifetime, and it's moving fast. Okay, back when we were in Jasper, it was only educated up to 2020 or 2021. Now it's literally real time, and the investment going into this stuff is billions and billions of dollars. So do you embrace it? Well, that's up to you. For me, I'm just on the cutting edge of it. We're going to talk about Google LM a little bit this week and on Wednesday, and talk about how you're going to introduce this to me originally and how you can put your mission and vision in there and listen to it and have a podcast created based on just your mission and vision. And when you're out working out, you can listen to it and it'll help you stay on track. So the ability to use these tools is pretty amazing, and they're moving so fast it's hard to stay up with it, right? But there's now tasks in ChatGPT where you can say, hey, at 8 a.m., tell me what my weather is going to be. there's just so many use cases for this, from the information data exchange, and you can really get some information and utilize it in various areas. Now, one of the things you got to be looking for is how this is going to affect my job or my position in the things that I do. So the wonderful thing about what we do here is we're constantly evolving. So, you obviously could get coaching in a certain sense from that, but it's not going to be coaching that you're getting from an individual. So I don't feel you're going to eventually replace doctors and therapists and lawyers, even though a lot of that is simplifying the work process. You still need that human interaction, right? That's why I'm working on community more. That's so important for us, because at the end of the day, you can get the information. You can get the education, but if you don't take action with the information education, you'll never get there, right? You'll just never get there. I mean, there are so many people out there that are so educated, but don't move, don't do anything. Academia is full of these people. In fact, we're working with Dr. Paul to create a academic association that helps people get out of this mode where I've got all this knowledge, but I'm not creating any value. I'm not using it to make money, right? So we've got to start to understand what it is. Now, I think about Sean Platt. Now, for those of you in Inner Circle, I've had Sean Platt come and speak. He's had over 200 bestsellers, works with Hollywoods, also a ghostwriter, really good friend of mine, just a creative genius. And we were talking about AI, and one of the things he says is there's like two camps, right, with AI. And he had somebody come up at the author meeting they were at, a big convention he was speaking at, and she came up and said, I can write 2 books a day with AI right now. And Sean was like, you can't even read 2 books a day. I mean, what type of quality is that going to be? At some point, you have to have a relationship with the user. It's just like us working on our technology. I want to make the technology so awesome that you don't feel overwhelmed. And everybody that's joining Morning Coach right now feels overwhelmed, because at 20 years, right, there's 5,589 coach casts, and let alone all the courses and stuff. So we're working with new technology to help put individualized paths together, right? That's what we're working on, in using AI, using Companion, building all this stuff so that I can bring my systems to you individually and make it work. So that's stuff that we're working on. But as Sean said, that is not like writing 2 books. The other person, like the other field of people, is people that are using these tools to augment their life, to make their life better, to make their life simpler. And that's where I'm at. I don't want to use AI to replace myself. That just makes no sense. And there's an intellectual ability and consciousness that goes along with this that's really important. So we've got to embrace it, but you can't get lazy. And I think that's the big thing that I have a problem with any of this stuff. It's like my grandpa said, the world's going to change. It's probably going to end soon because we got this remote control for the TV. Right? And it did change. People got lazier. In the United States, people are obese, right? It's not fat shaming. It's a fact. We want to get people better and healthier and in shape, right? We've made things so easy. So now all of a sudden, believe me, if I was in school, I'd be using ChatGPT all the time, right? I would use it just to write my papers. But they know, like, we're getting to the point where you can't do that. So there's a balance here. It's like everything. There's a gray area that we've got to embrace it and use it, but be careful of where we're at. So again, like Sean Platt had told us, like he told that person, there's no way you could read 2 books. That's not quality. That's just quantity. You're just going to be using AI to push stuff out there. Where if you augment it and you use the right prompts and you use the right things, it's amazing what some of the stuff you can do. Okay? So I wouldn't be scared of it. I would understand it. And this is an important reason why you're here at Morning Coach. Because I'm going to expose you to things that a 55-year-old that's moving really fast and having a lot of great things going on, I'm going to share with you the systems that I'm using and why I'm using them. And that's what we're going to go over Wednesday. We're going to talk a little bit about ChatGPT, like I just showed you, what I'm using it for and how I'm using it. And we're going to talk a little bit about Google LM and what you can use that for. Now, for me, editing, I'm starting to change my whole editing suite because I'm starting to use more AI. Now, again, if you just depend on AI, it's going to put stuff in your edit, talking about video editing, right, that is relevant or may not be relevant. What it can do is speed you up. It can speed you up, but it can hurt you just as bad if you're trying to do something creatively. Like Sean said, when he writes a book, he can write it faster than AI. Because here's the deal. If you have AI write the book, you're going to have to go rewrite it. You're going to have to go find the stuff that doesn't make sense, the facts that are offline. And then why didn't you just write it yourself in the first time? But if you use it for little ideas, hey, what do you think about a Tuesday at 2 p.m. what should this character do, and give it some information. It's like, oh, why don't you do this? Okay, let me give me another idea. And you get these ideas, and then you add it to your creative flow. That's what I want you to do. So should you be scared of tech? No. We've got, we're not a bunch of 20-year-olds in Morning Coach, right? So it's like, we've got to understand what's happening, embrace it, not be scared of it, and find ways that we can utilize that. That's what we're going to do this week a little bit. Okay, so tomorrow, back to Money for Couples. We're going to conclude, talk a little bit about money. And then this week, don't miss it, because we're going to talk about Google ChatGPT, what it is, how I'm using it. We're going to talk about trusting AI and how do you create safeguards for it. A lot of good things are happening this week here at Morning Coach. Okay, so get out there, have a great Monday, and I'll be back with more right here tomorrow on morningcoach.com.